Hello everyone, I'm Tuco. Welcome back to another episode of the Dwarf Let's Play here on the One Ring server. And today we are going to basically be going around trying to make out future plans for the rest of this fortress here, because there's a lot of things I want to implement, but I'm not sure if I've got the room for it or the time. So we'll be getting that done today, as well as I did want to show off a few of the things I have implemented and added since the last, since the last time. And as you can see, I did add, of course, some nice little banners here with, as you can see, some lights, some lanterns, as well as some Durin's Folk banners. So looks a lot nicer like that, which is very nice. I'm not certain how far I will extend these because I know I want quite a few of these like banners spreading out in all different ways. Though this is the central, I guess, plaza for the market. And I'm not certain about this. I was thinking maybe to have kind of like some banners sloping up to that place up there. But I'm not certain if that would look good or not. So we're gonna have to see if that would work or not. We'll see. Now, if only I get rid of this rain, we might be able to take a look at everything else I've done. I guess not. Let me see here. If I do, I don't think that'd work. I don't think so. No, definitely not. All right. Well, anyway, so we do have, the central plaza, which is almost complete. Like I said, we might have like a fountain in the middle or a statue or something like that. I think a fountain might look a bit better. Well, maybe a fountain with a statue. We'll combine the best of both worlds, I suppose. But also with this market, of course, I have to add in all the different little details and whatnot, hay bales and pumpkin piles and all kinds of, barrels and melons and cages and everything else, including chests and crates and whatnot. But we'll be adding that in later at a later date. But for now, I do want to expand the market. I was thinking we could expand it up here into this like nice plateaued area, I suppose. But I kind of thought that it'd look nice if we were actually to spread this thing, because this is a pretty small marketplace. I mean, it's a fair size, for our fortress and whatnot. But I think it would be nice to expand it out across this nice flat area here. I think it'd look real nice, as well as of course extending all the banners here. And I'm not certain, but we could extend the marketplace over this way a bit, just a bit, not too far, but maybe a few more like dotted around, like maybe one here, maybe one over here, and just a few more just scattered over in this area. And then of course, like I said, we're probably going to turn this place in here to some stables for all of the merchants' horses and mules and whatnot. And then, of course, this area over here, I want to make this into a tavern. I'm currently designing it. It's definitely going to be a very large tavern, a very large inn, of course, for all the, I guess, visitors that we're having, all the travelers, the merchants and whatnot. Definitely going to need a lot of rooms and a lot of liquor for all of them. So definitely stockpiling on all that stuff. And it will be, like I said, a fairly sizable tavern, but it'll be right in this area where our chicken farm was, because our chickens weren't very safe here, because when I came back from my vacation, they were all dead. So I moved them all, of course, as you all know, down to the bottom of my fortress, and it's pretty good so far, for the most part. None of them have died yet, at least none of the egg-producing ones. Anyway, now one more thing, or I guess also with this, if you guys remember over here, it was just like a sheer cliff because the chunks didn't load in properly. But I did landscape this area a little while ago between episodes, and I basically just used just standard dirt and whatnot. We'll probably add some trees to it and whatnot, maybe some bushes and stuff like that. Just make it look a little nicer. And then I do want a wall, like I said a few episodes ago. I don't remember which episode it was, but I said I wanted a wall to surround this area. It's going to come along here. Now, I kind of want the entrance to our fortress or to the area right here, because it's a nice flat area between two hills. Gives us some nice, I guess, positional advantage, over our enemies and whatnot. It's good. It's a good position. And I was thinking of putting some towers here and here. Of course, I still have to design those and whatnot. And I'm not quite certain how exactly we're going to do the gatehouse, but we'll see. We'll see how it all turns out with the gatehouse and whatnot, because I definitely do need to make one. I don't think it will make it too big, but it'll be a good size. It'll be a decent size, a little taller than the wall, and the wall itself is going to be about, let's say, 8 to 10 blocks high. So I guess the gatehouse can be about 20 or so. Yeah, 20 sounds about right. Well, anyway, we're going to have these walls, I guess, extend up over this hill here, and then it should come along this direction here, around the back of our tower here, through this little like valley area, I suppose. Just come through here. Of course, staying very snug to this hill over here, not kind of staying away from the exact middle of this little valley here. Just give us a bit more of an advantage over anyone who is trying to actually get in. And then I'll come around here. I've got quite a few trees that I still have to chop down, as you can see here. And so I'll just have it come around this way and down here and around this hill here. And it should be fine if it just kind of, I guess, matches up with this one over here. Just kind of right snug, probably right into this one here. And we're probably also going to have a smaller gate. Well, we might not have a gate over there, actually. We might have just the gate over here. Because over here, I do want, like I said, kind of like I suppose, like a few slums and maybe like kind of like a shanty town, if you will, on this little pond over here. I know it probably doesn't make too much sense to put a shanty town here, but anyway, like a little farm village, a little village outside the actual city and fortress and whatnot. It also looks like our neighbor's been planting some flax, it looks like, and also some corn. That's pretty nice, and some reeds. Oh, that's very nice. Because I do have a neighbor, if you guys don't know, XT Zombie, I think is his name, or Minecraft name, but he has his nickname Thrain, and he's making the same tower as mine over here, just because it'll look a lot nicer if it's the same style, I suppose. Just make everything look very nice and neat. And as you can see, he's gotten quite a ways here. Let's see here. He's up to 3 levels now. Ooh, that's pretty good. Pretty good indeed. Because last time I was here, it was just the outline of the dirt. Because as you can see, he's got to build up this area a little bit. Or if he wants, he could just use some dwarven struts. Make like some dwarven struts for this thing to actually be supported up here. That actually looked pretty cool. But it looks like he's going to just build this mountain up and make it nice and tall. So I think that does it for the outside planning of our fortress and how I kind of want it to generally go. In terms of this tower here, I don't know if we're going to surround it with anything. Maybe a small wall or something. I don't know. We'll see. This is just like a garrison tower, if you will. Just kind of a general overlay. Good viewpoint of all of our, I guess, the exterior of the fortress. And as for the rest of this here, I might put some gardens or something over here. We'll see. We'll see how it'll all turn out in terms of that. But with the interior here, we got quite a lot to do, actually. As you probably know, I need to dig out all of this, as you can see. All that needs to be dug out and repeated, quite similar to this, because over on this side, we're going to have the armory, the barracks, the smithy. I'm not certain if we're going to have, no, I don't think we should put housing over there. Should probably put housing probably down where the farms are, except, maybe put it down a little bit further in the ground. We'll see. I also want to build an arena, because an arena would be very cool. Like an underground arena. I mean, heck, I think that'd be pretty cool. Really cool indeed. You have all your dwarven champions, fighting orcs and trolls and whatnot. And of course here we have, the actual, I guess, the throne room and whatnot. But off of the throne room, I was hoping that this side over here, through this area here, this is going to be the treasury room. Well guarded, of course. We have some nice security. And then over here is going to be the feasting hall. Now, as you can see with all these future plans that I have, there's definitely a lot that still needs to be done with this place. quite a lot. I don't know if I'm going to be moving these anytime soon. We'll see. But definitely a lot that needs to be done. And also, another thing that needs to be done, because there's so many things, down here in our farming / storage area, like I said, we'll probably go down another layer perhaps. We'll probably go down that way in this direction. We'll just, take out these. We'll probably just take out this wall here. Just go down a couple layers. Well, actually, we'll go down quite a few layers to where the housing will probably be. But over here, we have the storage system. I finally officially finished it. Or at least one of them. I finished one of them. We have two. I've got to finish this one over here. And, of course, I'm going to leave this, not dug out, just kind of plain like this. That way, if we do need to expand the storage system, we can. We just punch out more blocks in that direction and extend it all the way that way. And then also with the farms. Now, I want to make the farms completely automatic if possible, or at least as automatic as can be. And right now it's a little difficult, mainly because it's just going into the single chest. I kind of need like a stack of chests on top of each other in order to properly store everything. And then of course we have the wheat farm and all of that going on. And as you can see, I took out all of the farms on this layer here because this is going to be our bulk storage area. Now, there's a lot of of design that's going into this, I can assure you, because I'm trying to make it so that we don't have to use a lot of iron in using hoppers, because they're very expensive. That's 5 iron per hopper, and that I'm pretty short on iron at the moment. And I've gone on a few mining trips, but I really haven't gone on many recently in order to find iron. So we're kind of low on it, which is most unfortunate. But I am trying to figure out a design that will allow us to use a mass storage system, but without using a ton of hoppers. And I think I came up with a design. I'll show you guys fairly soon here. And as you can see, we still have all of this side of the farms to do. Actually, now that I come and think about it, we already have a ton of farms. This one chicken farm is providing us with literally gobs of feathers, cooked chicken, raw chicken, and just all sorts of incredible things. So it really is, well, it isn't really necessary to make so much production, because already this one chicken farm lags me out quite a bit when it's completely filled with chickens. Even right now, it's kind of laggy, as you can see. And honestly, I do believe that did contribute to the siege at my place in terms of lag. I think that really hurt me. But at any rate, I believe that does it for the future planning of this place. Now, to actually show you guys some of the areas or that I've already designed in the fortress. So I'll quickly hop off the server here and into my creative testing world. All right, so first things first, for the different structures that I'm designing and making for our fortress is the tavern. So as you guys saw, this was that horrible looking structure currently in my world, or on the server, I suppose. And this here is the tavern. Now, originally I did have lava behind all these slabs and whatnot, but it looked a little too evil. So I decided to just go with some fire pits and torches to light the place up. And if we come inside here, actually there's no need to close the door, but if we do come inside here, as you can see, there's quite a bit of detail going on in this place. I have some nice booths going on here. I'm not quite certain if these look good or not in terms of booths, because it's like your standard booth. You got a table here, chairs, table, booth, and whatnot. And then of course we got the actual bar over here with some wonderful, wonderful drinks here. As you can see, and I'll probably add in a few more tables and chairs just around this area here, probably just like a few. And then, of course, we have behind here, there's going to be the kitchen. Of course, I kind of ran out of room right next to my tower here. But that will also be there, as you can see. And then we also have, of course, stairs. Ooh, I don't understand this lag here, but we have stairs leading up to the rooms, or at least a few of them. So these are 3. I'm guessing that these are probably going to be well, I mean, these are just going to be simple 3x3 rooms for, travelers and whatnot. I might add a few more rooms. Actually, you know what? I don't think I will. We'll just have the 3 rooms. I know no, it's not. It's probably not enough for all the merchants and travelers and whatnot that are going to be staying at the fortress, of course. But I think it should be good for now. If we need to expand it, and if it doesn't look right, we'll make more if need be. But currently, I don't think we need it to be that way. Then, of course, here we have the different wagon designs that I want to use for the marketplace. So I'm going to put these in different areas, of course, using hay. I might use some other things, barrels, pumpkins and melons, and maybe some logs. We'll see. We'll see what kind of things we're going to put on the wagons. Now, and then, of course, we come to the fortress, our massive fortress here. I love seeing this like this because you can actually see all the different things. It's almost like an anthill in a way, with all of it exposed and whatnot. Now, to show you guys how I designed this, that we aren't going to be using a lot of hoppers. I'm not certain if it'll work, though, because it's an incredibly laggy system. Well, it might be. I don't know for certain, but we'll see. So what I have here is basically an automatic system for the chicken farm. So, eggs go down here. I have all the eggs deposited in here, and then they get shot out into lava and, and get disposed of because they always clog up my system. But anyway, with the rest of the items, they'll pass through here. These hoppers here, we got at least, we're going to need some hoppers. And they pass in through here. Actually, I believe I can show you guys how this works. Let me just grab a stack of something. Just grab some stone here. And what we'll do is we'll pass some in here. And you guys can see, okay, it's firing off. And you should see some stone. Or at least there should be stone. Right? Hello? There should be stone at any rate. Passing through here. I don't see it though. Which is kind of sad, but I guess we'll just throw that in there. Okay, so it's floating down all along here, and it will go into the first one because I don't really have anything in it quite yet. But basically, there's a hopper underneath the water stream here, and it collects it, goes into this system here. As you can see, it is firing off. And this is a wonderful elevator, a nice, simple, compact item elevator. It shoots up through here, and I just have it firing out through this area here, simply because, well, there's no reason where else it'd go. But this here is a system, or this item elevator here is one for the wheat that we are producing underneath our base. So if I throw, let's just say we throw, oh man, that flew right into my inventory. But if we throw a stone in there and it shoots out, as you can see, it's going to float along here, and it's going to go down into those chests there. Now, once these are all filled up with wheat and whatnot, of course, it will, just continue along this path here all the way around until it reaches the end, and it can't go any further. And so that's the design that I came up with, but I'm really concerned about this because if we're having a lot of items, and I'm talking like, hundreds of items on the ground, just floating through the system, I'm not sure what that's going to do to the server in terms of lag and whatnot. So we might actually avoid using that and doing all that because, to be honest, that I really don't know how that handle in the server. Because right now here, it's all right, because it's just a single player world, just me. Nothing really else going on, but even still, I really think this isn't, I don't know if this is going to work or not, to be honest. I might just have to devise a different system, or not have a system at all, and just have chest storage, where I can just, grab the stuff, throw it in my inventory, and throw it in a chest. We might just have to do it the old, like the manual way, just to get rid of all the lag, because I tell you what, this is just not going to, it's already lagging. So we might not do that. Although I was quite happy with myself that I actually made a working system like this with redstone. It's quite nice to actually come up with something like that. Now we also have, of course, like I said, the barracks and the armory. Now if I can fly, we can go check those out. Although I believe I already showed them off. I guess we can just show them off one more time in terms of this planning episode, I believe. So we're going to have like the barracks, and I almost forgot. We also are going to have like a training grounds because of course we're going to have somewhere to train, the game experience and whatnot. And I believe honestly this should probably be the training grounds. We'll probably have this over here, the barracks / armory. I think that'd be fine to do a barracks / armory. And then of course we got the smithy here, which I believe I've already shown off. Very, very nice smithy, I must say. It's very nice. But for the housing and where to put that, that's going to be a little tricky. And the reason I say that is because it might clash with this over here. So as you can see, there is a very small little cranny between these two areas. And I'm trying to keep them separate as best I can. We might have them interconnecting at some point in time. We'll see. Just make things a little bit more complicated for any intruder. But if we were to have this coming down from the middle here, I really don't think that'd work out well. I really don't. So to be honest, we might just have this side over here end up becoming the housing, if you will. For the reason being that we really only need one storage system, one massive storage system. I don't really want to split them up because then it'd get a little complicated, and I wouldn't know where to put stuff. So I think we'll just stick with this one storage system on this side. I think that'd be fine. And then this over here could be the housing for, of course, all residents of the fortress and whatnot. And honestly, I think we're going to stick with, of course, our dwarf fortress roots. Since this is Konostrash, a name from Dwarf Fortress, Brass Death, of course. We're probably just going to make ourselves the standard... we're just going to make ourselves a standard Dwarf Fortress system for our rooms. Because, no players are actually going to be staying here. It's just me. This is just for NPCs and reasons. It isn't necessary, but I would like to have, just your regular, ordinary Dwarf Fortress 2 by... Oh, what is it again? I believe it's just... A 1x3 is what it was, I think. Or no, a 1x4. 1x4 with a door. Yeah. There we go. Okay. So we'll make a very small little area like that. We'll probably make the hallway a little bit bigger just because this is Minecraft and it doesn't look very, very nice when it's just a little crevice. So we'll probably do that. I think that'd be one of the better options for our fortress. Well, anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Dwarf Let's Play series here on the One Ring server. I know this episode we really didn't get anything done at all, except we did plan out the rest of our fortress really. Well, I guess before we start, let me quickly do this because there is something I want to show you guys before we go, because I'm having a little bit of an issue with this area. So this is going to be the treasury room, right? Yeah. So right through here, treasury, but I'm having a bit of difficulty with these stairs. They don't really look quite right. And I'm trying to have these stairs come up to this area here because basically... Alright, that is not the right spot. Where is it? Right here. Because basically... Oh, not there either, huh? Well, what I want to do is I want to get up to the top level. Because I do want this area in the throne room, as you can see. I really would like this area up here to be accessible. And as you can see here, we do have the little door here. And as you can see, it's very high up, so I guess I'll just have to design a way to get up there. But anyway, guys, I do think that does it for this episode here on, well, I guess in my creative world, but on the One Ring server. And I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And if you did, please be sure to hit that like button. As always, I'm Tuco. God bless, and I'll see you guys next time.